And here, everyone, is our first piece. This here is the photograph of Neil Armstrong, who is the first man to set foot on the moon. This event came to be from a series of events that take root from 1957. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the world's first space satellite, a nightly rivalry between the United States. The space race was a series of technological demonstrations between the US and the Soviet Union in order to demonstrate supremacy in space flight. In a single-pilot spacecraft named Vostok 1, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first man to reach Earth orbit in April 1961. The Americans were not far behind, and Alan Shepard became the first American in space 1 month later in May after piloting a 15-minute suborbital flight. However, even though the US lost the race to space to the Soviet Union, the US made other achievements to advance their technology, like kidney dialysis machines, CAT scanners, as well as freeze-dried food, and the victory of putting the first man on the moon. A picture is truly worth 1,000 words. And with that, let's move on to another piece. This contemporary work symbolizes the formation and separation of states caused by the Cold War. The Cold War indeed created alliances in which assured peace, rule of law, and boundaries within states. However, it also led to the separation of communist and capitalist states. For example, at the end of World War II, Germany was divided into two states, West Germany being a non-communist state and Eastern Germany being a communist state, with the capital, Berlin, divided into halves. In 1949, the division of Europe pushed the US to have a permanent military presence in Europe, in which led to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or in other words, NATO. And here is our final piece, which is a textured oil painting which symbolizes the term called the Red Scare, or McCarthyism. Red Scare or McCarthyism during the Cold War was to describe domestic communist sympathizers or spies. Sacco and Vanzetti, self-proclaimed anarchists, were convicted for their radical beliefs other than their crime, in which socialists and radicals protest by setting bombs in major US cities. And the US government responded by raiding and arresting suspected radical organizations and individuals, and it grew into American leaders such as McCarthy utilizing this idea to gain power by alarming the public that communists could be anywhere or anyone.